Hey guys, I don't know, or hold on, let me start over. Welcome to my video. My name is Kinsey. Thank you for being here. Today we are going to be doing Summerween. I lost my train of thought. I am filming a few videos all at once, so I wanted to go ahead and start this video. Today's actually the 3rd and it starts on the 5th, but I wanted to go ahead and start and show you some books that are kind of on my radar for this week. So I have these two and this one. So I have the audiobook for this one. I have this in here. I know I'm a little bit further along in this, but this is going to be my audiobook of choice. It's This Delicious Death. I'm not really going towards the prompts. Maybe I will later on in the week and see if it goes towards any of them, but they are just like my summer TBR that are like the thriller of my summer TBR. So I also have People to Follow by Olivia Worley, 10 Influencers, 10 Secrets, and 1 Dead. Like, look at how cute this cover is, even though somebody dies. I'm sorry. And then I also have had this book for a while. I think I got it at a library sale, but it's The Girl from the Sea. Kind of creepy. The more she remembers, the more lies she uncovers. So this one's only 225 pages. I have a few other books that are on my radar as well. These are all like on my TBR, but maybe read another thriller if I get to it. And I know they have her books on Kindle Unlimited, so maybe that or another audiobook. But I also want to read right here, right in front of my face, A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. I've had this one for a minute, and I think it's August that the TV show is coming out. I think it's August, or is it July? I can't remember. But I should have put this on my TBR, but I kind of forgot that this one's also on my radar. I also have all of these thrillers, like Off the Deep End. I have The Woman in Cabin 10. I have Secrets Never Die. I also just thrifted American Psycho. I have You Shouldn't Have Come Here. That's really it, as things that really tie to, like, maybe think of summer in water. Maybe not American Psycho, but these are all kind of going to be on my radar. Also made it a goal for myself to just slow down and just read my book instead of trying to read as many as I possibly can, but really just slow down and enjoy what I'm reading instead. But these are books that are going to be on my radar and be able to read my July TBR as well. So that's it for now. I'll let you know. Oh, this one too. I think Wrecked by Carol Higgins Clark. I think that one looks kind of creepy. Summer. I think Summerween really just reminds me of like a summer thriller, because you're celebrating Halloween in the summertime. I'll definitely see you when I read something. Sorry, it's dark, but I have a little bit of an update for the end of Summerween Day 1. I just finished This Delicious Death. I think I'm going to go ahead and do ratings at the end. I don't even think I told you what this book was about. It is about a group of 4 teenage girls that are, I guess it's like all I can think about it being is like the pandemic. Everybody was getting sick and turning into these like animals, which only reminds me of like a zombie. That's how I can compare it to. And the only way to calm them down was like eating human flesh. So there was like places you could order this human flesh from, and they decided to go on this trip to a music festival. I'm assuming would be like Coachella, and a lot of things happened. They turn into monsters, and like even more monsters. This way they can actually like control themselves in a way, and they go into like quarantine, and it was really gross and kind of descriptive, if I'm being honest. I am counting this one towards like reading a thriller or a horror, and that's what I'm counting this. I'm gonna rate everything at the end because I kind of gotta think about it. I'm trying to decide what I want to read next. I have the audiobook for both of these, People to Follow, and You Shouldn't Have Come Here. I have the audiobook for both, and this one is going to go towards reading a book with 5 words in the cover, and it could really go for reading a book in the night sky. I think that was one of them. So I'm thinking about either these two, or I have the audiobook for those, or if I'm reading something physically, maybe I'll do Junkie. And I posted a picture of my TBR, and everybody's like, sorry, you're sitting on my books, so you get lower and lower every time. Everybody is telling me that I need to read. Well, actually, one person posted on my Instagram and said I need to read this book. So, unless this one's the next physical one, and then I listen to an audiobook, I'm not sure yet. It's time for bed, so I'm not going to read anything else tonight. But I'll see you in the morning. I'm exhausted. So, happy day 1 of Summerween. See you tomorrow. I wanted to do a little bit of an update for you guys, even though I don't really have one, because I was so tired last night. I didn't hardly read, and I was looking for a book on my Kindle to just be able to read in bed, and I'm going to count it as my reading in the dark because it's pitch black in my room when we sleep. And I was going to get Good Girl's Guide to Murder, but I was looking at the Goodreads for that series, and it was saying to read the novella first. Like several people had put it on there to read Killjoy first, which is a prequel. I guess I don't know much about the series at all, so I don't know if this is a good decision or not, but I guess we will see. It's Killjoy, which is a novella that's supposed to be a prequel, and I got it on my Kindle. That's pretty much it. I read 1 chapter, and I was kind of getting spooked a little bit. It starts off at Pip, and I know that's pretty much all I've known is a girl named Pip, and she's doing like trying to figure out murders and stuff. Like, that's literally all I know about the entire series. But Pip goes to a friend's house because she was invited for like a murder mystery dinner party, so each one gets a new character, and they go to this dinner party, and somebody ends up dead, and that's where I ended because I was starting to spook myself out. And I actually did have a weird nightmare last night. So, yeah. And my daughter also has gymnastics, so I think I have to watch her through like a window. I don't like to take my eyes off of her just in case something happens, because last week, like, her nose was running and I kept going in there to blow her nose. So I don't like to take my eyes off of her just in case, because you can't hear anything. And so I think I'm going to just take my headphones and my audiobook for People We Follow, and it's an hour long, so I can sit there for an hour, listen to the audiobook, but still watch her at the same time, because last week I was trying to physically read and it just wasn't working out. I'm sure she would be fine, but I like freak myself out of like not watching her and making sure like that she's okay because I can't hear her, and I don't want the teacher to be like having to try so hard to get my attention. Like I want to be watching just in case, you know, just in case. She's literally 3. So I'm thinking I'm gonna just take my headphones and listen to an hour of that audiobook. And I know like within an hour you can get like a good chunk in, and her thing's an hour long. So that's the plan for that. I literally have to go wake her up because we have to be there in like an hour. But that's my update. Not much reading update, but we'll see. Hey guys, and welcome to a new video. Sorry, my car is really loud, but it's really hot, so I'm trying to figure it out. Okay. Good morning. Today is it day 4 of Summerween? I've only finished one book, and so I started this one because one of the prompts is a title with 5 letters in the, or 5 words in 5 words in the title. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I keep checking because I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna be dumb and like this isn't even 5 words, but it is You Shouldn't Have Come Here, and I'm actually really liking it already. I've only been listening to the audiobook. I'm on day 3. I put down people we follow because there was like a million characters. There's 10, and I don't know why I didn't think that when I went into the book, but I think I'm going to have to read that one more physically, and I wanted an audiobook, let's be real. So look at how cute. I bought this on Etsy, and we're on day 3, so it's going for each day that she's on vacation. So this girl works and lives in New York, and it says she's like works for a bank or something, but I'm assuming she's pretty high up because she's super busy all the time. And she said every summer she throws a dart at her map and she visits there. So she's gone to like California, a bunch of different places, but now she's in Wyoming. That's the first time she's ever been there. And on Airbnb she found this little cabin, and no Wi-Fi, no cell service. He lives on a ranch, and she's renting the room from him on Airbnb for the week. And she said that she needed to go somewhere secluded, like she needs to go and relax, and she has books. It's so funny, like, where was it? It says, bringing my stack of books to the desk, I lined them up all on end in the order I planned on reading them. I'm a speed reader and expected I could finish all 5 of them before my time was up here. She's there for a week. I planned to start with a light beach read that would be quick and easy to devour. I liked those because they were mindless. After that, I wanted something sad, and this one was guaranteed to make me cry. Or so a blurb on the cover said. I figured I could have something that I could learn from as well, so I brought along a self-help book about habits. I had several bad habits that I knew I needed to break, and plenty of good ones that I should instill further. Habits ensured one wouldn't make mistakes. The horror novel I brought promised I'd be frightened, but I'd be the judge of that. It took a lot to scare me. Finally, a thriller. This one promised a twisty ending I wouldn't see coming. It seemed every thriller promised that these days, but few actually delivered. Sorry, I have a really hard time reading. I saw somebody on, I think it was YouTube, and it said, I'm a reader, but I can't read. That's how I feel when I have to read out loud. But I'm actually really enjoying it. I'm about 20% through page 60, day 3. And it's really nice because it's Grace and Calvin. Yeah, Calvin. And there's a girl and a boy narrator, and I love that. I hate when it's like a girl that has to make like a man voice. I hate that. And there's a guy looking at me. That's so annoying. But I'm at McDonald's right now. I just dropped my daughter off, and I have a chiropractor appointment at 9. So I'm going to go in here. Getting McDonald's for breakfast is like my self-care. So I'm gonna go do that. I am still reading Killjoy, and I am 41% through chapter 9, and I'm going to go ahead and read this in there until I need to leave. My appointment is literally down the street. It is 8:21, so I'll read for the next 40-ish minutes. It's literally down the street, and I think it's at 9:15. So I've got plenty of time. I'm gonna go in there. Where's my wallet? So I'm gonna go in there, get some food, read some from my Kindle, and I will update you guys later. My car's not too loud and you'll be able to hear me, but I felt like I needed to talk about this book. So today is Tuesday. I'm driving to my physical therapy, so I am going to have my fingers crossed that you don't fall. But I was gonna sit at Starbucks for a little bit. I did sit outside because their air went out, and I went in there and got my drink, and she said our air literally just went out. Dude, that sucks. You guys should be able to go home because, dude, it's hot. It is only 9 a.m. and it is probably 90 degrees. It's supposed to be like 112 today. So that is really like, there's no way that they should be working. Don't fall. Okay. Working in those conditions because that is crazy. I'm on my way to my physical therapy. I have about 10 minutes, but it's literally right here. And I wanted to talk about the book that I'm reading. I ended yesterday. I don't even remember if I really talked about it with you guys yesterday. So I ended yesterday 50%. I am now 72% through. You shouldn't have come here. And I'm trying to yell at you guys because I know that my car is loud, and so I'm really hoping that you can hear me. And when you can see the trees and stuff, does that make you dizzy? Anyway, so 72% through. You shouldn't have come here. And I don't even know if I've really talked about this, but my days seem to just all form into one, and I can't ever remember what I've updated and what I have not. And I think it's like, is this a psychological thriller maybe? I don't know. And I think that if it is a psychological thriller, which I am kind of catching on that it is, I'm going to like the book a lot more because I like psychological thrillers. So I'm trying not to like give anything away, but he has become obsessed with her, telling her that he loves her and that he hopes that she doesn't leave. And everybody is like, oh, be careful with him, and, you know, trying to, I don't know if they're trying to steer her away. Because either she's weird and they want her to leave, or he super small town of Wyoming, and these people come and take, like, buy eggs from him, from his chickens, and it really is like a Hallmark movie, or like, yeah, like a Hallmark movie. Where I've read I've read a few romances of a cowboy in Wyoming, and that's what it feels like. But then when you remember it's a thriller, you're like, this is weird. Like, all of this is really weird. But it is dual point of view along with the different days, so that's fun that it breaks up. The chapters are really only like 1 or 2 pages, so it feels like it's going really, really fast. And there's female and a male, like, voice actors, so it goes back and forth, so that makes it really fun to listen to. But I honestly don't think that I would, like, be able to read this book physically, but listening to it is a lot better, because I think I would be bored, because really nothing is happening, like, at all. But listening to it, you're like, whoa, this is kind of creepy, and you, like, catch on to things. And I think that this is the perfect book to listen to, because I just started it yesterday, probably 24 hours ago, and I'm already 72% in. And usually it takes me a long time to listen to an audiobook, because I'm just, like, not feeling it. Everything is weird. Everybody in the city is weird. Everybody seems weird and creepy. But I think that's what you're supposed to think, because, like, in a psychological thriller, you're supposed to question literally everything. You're not supposed to know what's going on. And I think that's what is going on here. So, I'm going to go into physical therapy. I'm going to try and finish this book today. Oh, and I also finished Killjoy last night. That one was really good. I rated it 5 stars. And I don't know what the rest of the series is. I am going to start the next one probably after I finish this audiobook. But I think it was a good idea to read Killjoy first. And I feel like she maybe should have come out with that one first, because, like, everybody that read the series had to read that one last. But I don't know. I haven't obviously read the series, but I'll let you know, because I want to read that one next. But I think it was really good, and I looked at the reviews, and it was like, so Pip is like a detective, you know? She really thinks about everything and figures it all out. And a lot of the reviews were like, it's so fun to see where Pip started, like, being such a good detective as such a young child, like a young kid. So I feel like that is really cool. I feel like I already know Pip, and then we're gonna go into it, so I'll let you know if this was a good idea or not. So if you haven't read the series, maybe I'll be able to help you. But I think I'm already happy at the fact that I started with Killjoy. I read it on my Kindle, but I think I am going to buy the physical copy. I haven't come across it yet as I'm shopping, so I think the next time that I see it, I am going to buy it so that I could have it myself. But I did highlight stuff, so I would like to document that in a physical book. So I have my coffee, and I'll let you know when there's another update, maybe when I finish it or something. Good morning, friends. I know that I seem to only update in the morning, but life gets so busy in the day, but I'm gonna do my best. So today is Wednesday. Tomorrow is actually the last day of Summerween. I want to talk about yesterday, because I finished You Shouldn't Have Come Here, and I gave it 4 stars. I really liked it, and after I read a book, I tend to go look at the reviews. After I've already formed my own opinion, I will go look at everybody else's reviews and stuff, because I'm not going to let anybody else's review get, like, harm mine. Like, I make up my own decision on if I liked a book or not. I was like, I'm gonna rate this 4 stars. I really liked how it ended. It definitely felt like a psychological thriller, and it did, like, obviously Frida McFadden is way up here, but this book came like a little bit higher. I really, really liked it. I really enjoyed it. There's a car next to me that I didn't notice was there, and now I'm embarrassed. but it did remind me a lot of Frida McFadden, all to say. And I really enjoyed it, and I wanted to give it 4 stars, and so I went on there and rated it 4 stars. And then, like, the fact that that book only has like a 3.3 rating on Goodreads is bizarre to me. Everybody, I don't know why nobody liked it, but a lot of people were like rating it so low because of the ending, and I was like, I think the ending brought it up a star for me. I don't know, I'm just not the majority, which is 100% why I try to make my decision before I look at everybody else's, specifically for that reason, because I think if I looked at all of those, I wouldn't have even read it, because they were all so negative, and I don't understand why. I just feel like all of her books get a lot of backlash and aren't rated very high, because I did read The Perfect Marriage and I really liked that one. I haven't read any of her other ones, so these are the only 2 that I've read. I want to read more, and I really like them, and I've rated them both really high, so I don't know why. I like her. I don't know. I'm literally drinking my hot coffee at Starbucks because today they have like a free straw with your purchase. My mom got one already, and I'm gonna go in there and see. I came to this one specifically because it's new, and I was like, oh, they'll have like plenty of straws, because this Starbucks is literally never crowded, yet there's like 20 cars in the parking lot now. I'm going to use this as my fall treat, because I don't want to make anything. I'm so tired today, and I really don't want to make anything. I'm also planning my daughter's birthday party over the weekend, and so I just really don't want to bake anything right now, and plus it's like 1:12 outside. So I'm gonna go in there and get an iced chai, because that feels like fall, because iced chai and a coffee cake just feels like fall to me. Why am I trying to cover my face? Because that hides me talking. But that feels like fall to me. So I'm gonna go in there and see. I'll get it anyway, whether they have a straw or not. But yeah, anyway, let's go see if they have something. Hey friends, it has been about a week since Summerween has ended, and I was editing the video and realized it kind of just shuts off. I didn't even talk a lot like on the last days, didn't give any updates, and I apologize. So I wanted to come on here to go ahead and end it, wrap things up a little bit, and go from there. So the first book I finished, well, no it wasn't, just kidding. The first book I finished was This Delicious Death. I think I rated this 2 stars, I can't remember. It didn't do anything for me, and it was pretty gross. If I'm being honest, it was very gruesome and disgusting. I didn't like it. So, and then I did this one for, it was like based in the summer. I have the bingo board. Sorry, my child. She's right here playing. I can't remember exactly what I read them for, but I know this one goes for like something placed in the summer, and based in summertime, and like a thriller or horror book. This can go through for several of them. Next, I read the novella Killjoy. I did read a little bit of the Good Girl's Guide to Murder. I still haven't finished it. I only got like 3 chapters in, but in a lot of the reviews and stuff it said that you should start with this one, like if you haven't read it at all yet. I haven't read any of them, so I started off with the novella. I gave it 5 stars. I think I really liked it, and I read it on my Kindle, and I went and bought a copy of it. It was part of the Amazon Prime sale, so it was only $6 or $7, I think, so I wanted to have a copy. And then I finished, oh, I also read this one in the dark. So That was my read in the dark. This one was the read a book with 5 words in the title. You Shouldn't Have Come Here by Geneva Rose. And when I was looking at reviews, I look at reviews after I'm finished, like putting in my review, and I look at what everybody else thought. Like, I feel like nobody likes her books, and I don't know why, because I've never been disappointed when reading one of her books. I only read, is it The Perfect Marriage? Is that what it's called? Yeah, The Perfect Marriage, and then this one. So she has 4 other ones that I need to read, but I really liked this one. So it was a big plot twist, and I think I read this one or listened to it on audio and kind of followed along some of it, but all the reviews were saying that they didn't like the ending, they didn't like how it all wrapped up, but I thought that was the best part. If I'm being completely honest, I feel like this is a lot of a psychological thriller, and it really reminded me of like the Frida McFadden book, and I think that's why I liked it so much. I think I gave it 4 stars. I can't remember off the top of my head, but I think I gave it 4 stars. I really liked it. So this one was the 5 words, but also it has a night sky, so I counted it for those as well. And then I watched a movie with my parents to go for like the scary movie, and we watched Life, and trust me when I say it was terrifying. It was terrifying. So I guess they found like life on Mars, and they had it like in their spaceship. Is it called a spaceship? They just float up there, and it started to grow, and it started attacking them. So it's terrifying, and it's also terrifying because it really reminded me of Stranger Things, of that whatever it was that they created started eating people. It kind of reminded me of that. Terrifying. Actually terrifying. I also got 2 new books during the span of Summerween, so I wanted to show them to you really quick as like a little bit of a haul. I know I got a 3rd book, but I literally can't remember what the 3rd book was or is, or I can't remember because I got these 2. Now I can't for the life of me. Oh, I got Summer Romance. That's what it was. Summer Romance. It's sitting right there in front of me. So I got Summer Romance as well. But I got these ones, and I'm really excited to read these ones. So this is by the same author of How to Get Away with Your Murder. It doesn't say. Like, I don't like when they don't put their previous books, because it literally doesn't. Gosh, she has literally no information on anything in here. Oh, okay, it's on the back flap. How to Survive Your Murder. So I have that one. I haven't read it, but I've heard a lot of good things about that. So I got this one by her as well, even though I haven't read the other one. They're not a series, but Welcome Back to Camp Lost Lake. Now I'm gonna read this right now. It seems to be in the summertime. Home to the most famous murders this town has ever seen, a new generation of campers and an all too familiar killer. I want to read this right this second. 2 sides to every murder. That's so good. And then I got Seasick because look at how pretty this cover is. In the small town of Yatesville, Oklahoma, ex-best friends Naya and Yana have always felt like outsiders, but this year everything changes when they're invited to join an exclusive society of Yatesville High's best and brightest recent graduates. Coveted scholarships await them, as does a privileged I can't even read. Does a privileged world of unimaginable opportunities, starting with a luxurious yacht trip to Bermuda. Despite the certain onslaught of their peers and backhanded compliments, as well as their own rocky past, they are ready for an epic celebration. Then one of their classmates is brutally murdered, and they are stranded at sea with a killer on the loose. Yana and Naya have avoided each other for years, yet as the body count rises, rekindling their friendship might be the only way to stay alive. This reminds me of the book Lying in the Deep. I recently read that one too. That's kind of what this feels like. It's kind of like high school students go on this ship and people end up dying and they have to figure out what's going on. That's almost exactly what Lying in the Deep was. So hopefully this isn't way too similar. But these are the books that I bought along with Summer Romance, and these are the books that I read. So thank you guys so much for coming along with my Summerween. I wanted to go like more in depth in the summer, but the days get away from me. Like they're for Summerween, but the days get away from me. Thank you guys so much for watching, coming along these videos with me, and I'll see you guys in the next one.